students and ENVIS staff of JNU and Sikkim. It is my pleasure to welcome all of you. Your list is there, no problem. Welcome all of you for this World Environment Event 2021. This year theme is ecosystem restoration. In fact, every year we are celebrating our Environment Day. This year is special because it is the second year of pandemic. Point of view and also the social engineering point of view, this year becomes very important to note down the changes and accordingly proceed further for all kind of social, academic or research activities. We have invited very eminent panelists so that our students are benefited by their views. Very relevant faculties, researchers, academicians we have invited. Among us, we have all, you might have seen in the poster, Professor R.P. Singh from Chapman University from USA. Professor T.K. Adhya, Director South Asian Nitrogen Center and Professor in KIT Bhutia. Then Dr. Ajit Malhotra, member EAC, MoEF&CC, and he was also in Jharkhand Forest Management. Then we have Professor Khem Dahal from Tribhuvan University, Nepal. Then Bhutia, Dr. Bhutia is Director of Science and Technology, Sikkim, as well as ENVIS coordinator. Then Dr. Usha Mina from School of Environmental Sciences, Associate Professor, she is expert. Young student, we have from SCS&T, School of Environmental, passed out, but now she is working in Stockholm University, Sneha Aggarwal. Then we have a student working with us in Meshack, Moranga. So it's a diversified panel that in fact I try to include three generations. One who is already expert, one getting training, and third one is just entered. So with this, every year, every day or event, we are celebrating with this kind of 3-tier panelist expertise having in particular theme. This year also, our objective is completed. And you might have seen not only the age 3-tier age criteria invented, in our efforts, geographical coverage also we have looked at. That's why we have kept it 5 p.m. Time, so it is suitable for US, Europe, and India as well. As you know, this event you might have seen on the poster, YoHo, Young Holistic Leader. The YoHo is a new program started by me when I became dean. This Young Holistic means under Holistic Environment Program, it is an international program. Our started from School of Environmental Sciences. Part of that for a student, this is outreach program, and I try to keep one YoHo leader so that he can have events organized. So on the occasion of this World Environment Day, we have celebrated, we have basically conducted poster competition and also photography competition, and there this fellow helps, young holistic leader helps, and he will also speak about that. This is kind of, not by saying expert, also the training and giving leadership. The program is basically holistic development of student personality, physical, psychological, spiritual, all this kind of giving them platform. This program has around 30 activities within that, like debate, poetry, and quiz, all this kind of around activities. And Ministry of Environment and Forest has assigned this year that we will celebrate all these events in collaboration with Sikkim ENVIS Center. So we are very much privileged to have partnership with Sikkim, and at the same time our objective is also fulfilled. ENVIS objective is also fulfilled. We thank Ministry of Environment and Forest Climate Change for this. With these words, I welcome once again all of you. I would like to mention that our students, very bright students we have, MSc first year students have prepared a small video for 4 minutes around. So I would like to play with that, and they have themselves basically started, and very important message is there in the video. So enjoy it. After that, we will start a panel discussion about ecosystem restoration. I request Swati, Program Officer of ENVIS, to start the video for 4 minutes. By that time, all our other participants will also join. So that will also be used, time will be used to add the participants. Swati, please. Sandhya?
Yes, sir.
Please start video.
Sir, 1 second.
कोई प्रॉब्लम आ रही है क्या संध्या?
Yes, sir. IT ऑफिसर अजमल कर रहा है, एक्चुअली थोड़ा टाइम लग रहा है.
Yes sir. Good afternoon sir.
जो कर रहा है ना, अपना माइक ऑन रखो वही.
Yes sir. Okay.
Yesterday only the leader of this group has sent me, then I thought of including this because it's wonderful thought by the students. We have to share.
Can you show me my screen, sir?
Nice.
No.
You can see your screen, but there is no sound as yet.
Okay, sir. I started it.
I cannot see your screen.
1 minute, sir.
We are seeing screen.
Huh?
Yes, sir, it's
We
visible.
are seeing screen.
Okay, take care. Please go ahead.
Yes, it's visible, sir.
No, it's
It's visible?
it's visible. Yeah.
Volume. Sound is not coming.
Sound is not coming by. Ajmal,
Yes, sir.
sound is not coming.
Okay.
You have
तुम्हारे
to,
पे भी तो आई हो. You should have done it. नहीं?
no. He have to remove headphone if he is using headphone. Azmal, you have to remove your headphone if you are using it.
Headphone हटाओ भाई.
Yes.
सर हेडफोन तो हटा हुआ है, मैं एक्चुअली मोबाइल से कनेक्ट हूँ.
तुम मोबाइल ऑन कर दो, उसी का वॉल्यूम ऑन कर दो, क्या दिक्कत है? दोबारा शेयर करो दोबारा.
ओके सर.
You should have tried this before.
Voice is
Okay, what I suggest you do, write this and then we will start. We can show it again, You remove it. Stop. Stop. You try with some other site in your computer and then I will ask you to present it and later. Remove it. Don't waste time. Ajmal, remove it. Remove. Don't share.
Okay, sir.
Okay. I can see Mohan Singh. Oh, very good. Good. Great. So, I am very sorry. The video was having some problem. But let me share my slide and start this later. After that, I will invite the speaker. Are you able to see my screen?
Yes.
Okay.
It is visible, sir.
Yeah. So just I will take 5 minutes to brief about what kind of atmospheric restoration has taken place, and we have done some analysis studies. If you look at this picture, India Gate, everybody knows this is before that and after pandemic. This is some kind of restoration during pandemic. The ecosystem restoration basically is also idea taken from pandemic shutdown. Everything, when it was closed, air was clean, water was clean. So all this whole idea came. It was going on, but pandemic situation basically has allowed very cleaner environment. And such the lower photograph basically from Punjab to Himalaya, you can see, which was not possible earlier. 3-4 decades in India have been, 3 decades at least have been very pollution loaded. And decades, soot was there, a lot of, fossil fuel, especially the diesel. Then CNG came. So, and the clear-cut signature we could see during pandemic that was for air quality, visibility, water streams, birds in locality, So it was basically a holistic cleaning of environment that gave a feeling that Earth, Mother Earth, is rejuvenated. And if you look at this, smoke was very less, haze was not there, clear atmosphere, so visibility was very high, always this. But overall, these gases were less, pollution, particulate matter were less. But ozone was seen increased. Ozone was seen increased. I tell you, I will give you that, but before that, you see, over Delhi NCR region, this air quality index was reduced too much. In some side 80%, some side 50%. So it was a drastic change in air quality. If you look at the this Anand Vihar station and BPCC controlled 2 days, if you see in 2020, 2nd January and 27th March, from red to green scenario. This is pandemic restoration, but I tell you, and if you look at this comparison global, the NO2 levels change in UK, NO2 levels change drastically in China, then also in US. But what to be mentioned, an important thing is that the restoration process, although pandemic has given a feeling, but in 2018-19 when EPCA, Environmental Pollution Control Authority, started created a response action plan, particulate matter or air quality was also improved time to time when the GRAP was acting. And this is the proof. These two photographs, these two photographs from IIT to Greater Noida, this is Agra Express way. And from IIT to Badarpur thermal plant, you can see these are the pictures sent by one of my friends, Professor Khanna from IIT Delhi. So this is restoration, anthropogenic, basically pollution restored by anthropogenic efforts. But the pandemic has given anthropogenic pollution restored by nature. So this is the difference, and clear cut it is that man can also do restoration if honest and dedicated efforts are there. Research-based policies are implemented. I was mentioning ozone was seen higher even during 19 May because ozone, this higher ozone is now background. It has come to background. It's almost the restored value at par with the rural areas. Why it is? We have here. I have given this is due to normally we depend on NO2VOC chemistry for ozone, but what happened? EPC efforts basically stopped all pyrolysis factories, illegal this tire oil making. What happens? The tire oil creates HCl, and in the atmosphere, the hydrochloric chlorine chemistry basically was destroying ozone. That time we were seeing ozone levels less. But when chlorine sources were stopped by EPCA, the ozone became higher. So, but most of the people, because for almost 3 decades it was suppressed, people were thinking now ozone is higher, so it's a pollution, but not now. It's not the pollution, but this is the background for this region. Because when you compare ozone level now to Delhi region, to Delhi city, to nearby rural areas, they are at par. So this is rejuvenated. Why I say chlorine? Because we have established our old study. Chlorine plus chloride nitrate sulfate fluxes, which we measured in 1978, and then that time there was a huge fire in plastic market. So PVC was one. PVC is nothing polyvinyl chloride, and then a lot of chlorine was there. That time we observed, the red underline, highest flux for chloride that time also. And here,
agricultural waste, everything is banned in Sikkim. So we breathe very clean air. That is what I call ecological restoration. Ban on styrofoams. Any form of styrofoam glasses or plates are banned in the government functions and activities. Similarly, initiative called 10 Minutes to Earth, where whole of the state comes out in one particular day and starts planting tree. The plant trees on a particular day every year by everyone in the state. So almost 6 lakh plantation is done per day, in a day, on that particular day. So that is one initiative called 10 Minutes to Earth. That is being done every year. It's become a ritual now. Now it has resulted in considerable increase in green cover of the state. Then there is an initiative called Himal Rakshaks. Alpine region are very fragile, and Alpine region has been protected by enlisting the support of local knowledgeable resource persons, recognized as Himal Rakshaks. What do they do actually? These Himal Rakshaks help to trap demolitions, reduce retaliatory poisoning of carnivorous animals, curtail grazing pastures, and also regular monitoring of biodiversity. So they are there. They are local residents called Himal Rakshaks, and they actually conserve and restore the ecology of that particular area where they live. Smriti-Van is another initiative where memorial forest concept takes afforestation to people's level. All strata of people, individuals, institutions, clubs, societies, and NGOs are encouraged to plant trees in memory of marriage, death, or important events of their life. They can go to a particular area and do plantation. Such Smriti-Van has been established in every panchayat unit now. So that is one initiative which needs to be thing. And there is another new initiative called Adhya and Mother Earth. There is a total stoppage of vehicular movement in totality for at least 7 minutes in a particular day to send a message of nature conservation. So that kind of gives a sense of responsibility to the younger generation coming. Then there is a development of herbal garden everywhere. State action plan on climate change. There is a lot of problem because we have a lot of glaciers. We have a lot of rivulets. And these glaciers are the lifeline of entire country rather. And if these glaciers are receding, we need to do some study, a very serious study, whether it is receding or improving. So this state action plan encompasses not only biodiversity conservation, transportation, air pollution, water pollution, or water pollution of the state. It also takes care of alpine glaciers. State has formed a glacial commission also. So this kind of initiative will help in restoration of ecosystem in entirety. So is this kind of models are taken care of in every level, I think we will not be very far than we have all the green cover and happy and very healthy environment all over the country. All these efforts and initiatives have brought about a positive changes in the environment of Sikkim. Now to end with one word, Sikkim is now known as one of the cleanest states of the country and boasts of being declared as the cleanest hill station and cleanest town in the country. For this clean and green image, Sikkim has also been rated among the top tourist destinations of the world. At the end, I'd like to say that, the year of this World Environment Day also coincides with launching of the Decade of Ecosystem Restoration. Now today, Decade of Ecosystem Restoration is being launched. In this decade, attempt has to be made to improve green cover. Let us all become part of eco-restoration movement and make the Mother Earth healthy and better place to live in. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Dr. Bhutia, for your giving the example of Sikkim and plantation. Wonderful. Now, I request next speaker, Dr. Usha Mina. Dr. Usha Mina is an associate professor in School of Environmental Sciences. She is pursuing her research in ecology, climate change, air pollution. I without wasting much of the time, I request Dr. Usha Mina to say a few words at brief, because she is also co-coordinator of ENVIS. We understand the limitation of time. Dr. Usha, please.
Thank you, sir. And thanks कि आपने मुझे अपॉर्चुनिटी दी कि प्रोफेसर आरपी सिंह, प्रोफेसर टीके आद्या, डॉक्टर ए के मल्होत्रा एंड डॉक्टर डीटी भूटिया के साथ I can be a panelist on this World Environment Day occasion. But our earlier speaker have already very well explained that why the ecosystem restoration has been required, as Dr. R.P. Singh have focused on air quality. You itself have talked about that how restoration helps in improvement of air quality. And Dr. Adhya has told that how soil restoration is very essential for all of us. And Dr. Khem, Dahal has explained that how agroecosystems, which is my domain also, agroecology and food systems, why it is necessary to restore the agroecosystems to maintain their sustainability. And DT Bhutia sir have already explained very well that how Sikkim is doing this ecosystem restoration activity, and now how Sikkim, and because of his people's commitment and because of his people's involvement, have achieved the status of cleanest city in the India. So I congratulate him for that. I didn't want to speak too much, but I just want to say two things, and that as we are talking of ecosystem restoration, so I think as Dr. A.K. Singh have pointed out that we should be go for minimalistic approach, means हम अपनी पहले ज़रूरतें कम करें, साथ ही साथ we should reduce the way we are consuming the resources. We should reduce our wastage, and among the wastage which as an individual we all can do is, I request all of you who are listening to me that as we all should try to not waste the food. Because it is, as per UN World Food Report or World Food Wastage Index, it has been estimated that the world is wasting too much food, and the waste food is suggests that 8 to 10% of global greenhouse gas emission is taking place because of that food wastage. So, and the human food system, we all know, depends on biodiversity, and so we all should do efforts to conserve the biodiversity. And first of all, when we are conserving the biodiversity and when we are maintaining the ecosystem restoration, then whatever the way in this COVID pandemic we all are interacting through this virtual mode is because of COVID. So if we restore our ecosystems, then we are also blocking the emergence of new pathogens like of COVID pandemic. So that is very much required for the sustainability, for the survivability of human population, that we should realize this fact, that's why the ecosystem restoration is very essential to all of us. So with this, I request all of you that you should prioritize your actions. First, start from yourself, that as an individual, how you can contribute. Once you start contributing, then you involve your community, then you involve your state. So in that way, through a little steps only, we can do the progress. And with all these words, I will say happy World Environment Day to all of you, and I expect that all of us will contribute in ecosystem restoration. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Usha, for your expected words. Now we have Sneha Aggarwal. As a young researcher, she is research scholar at Stockholm University, World Climate Research Center. She is alumni of SCS. She was working with me as MSc. She did MSc project under my supervision. She is very dynamic. I request Sneha to say a few words about World Environment Day.
Yes.
Please.
Yeah. Good evening, everyone, and thank you so much, Kulshrestha, for giving me an opportunity to speak here with such eminent scientists and professors. So my name is Sneha Aggarwal, as I mentioned, and I work as a PhD scholar at Stockholm University, Department of Environmental Sciences. I completed my master's under Kulshrestha and worked on atmospheric sciences, particularly aerosol science, and I focused on anthropogenic carbonaceous and nitrogenous aerosols in Delhi. For my PhD work, I'm going to work on the natural aerosols, which are sea spray aerosols, and we're looking how are these aerosols aging when they are released from the bubble bursting, how do they age and how do they finally affect the climate. So at present, we are focusing on closing the gap between the properties of sea spray aerosols that are observed in the marine boundary layer and those which are generated in the laboratory. So I believe that the best way to contribute to our environment and the best way to celebrate the World Environment Day is to contribute to the research, is to develop a deeper understanding of the processes that are taking place, which in turn will help us to make better predictions through climate models and hence better policies, and thereby affecting everybody for a better environment. So with these words, I would like to again thank Kulshrestha sir for giving me an opportunity to speak here. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Sneha.
Thank you.
I'm happy
Thank you, sir.
that you got opportunity to share your thought. Now, as I told you, we have a young holistic program. Under that, we always have some events. This year also we had some events, and young holistic leader Meshack Moranga has volunteered. I request Meshack to say a few words about your activity, YoHo program, and what do you feel. Meshack Moranga, please. Yes.
Okay. Thank you for the opportunity that you have given me to speak at this time on our World Environmental Day. The theme for the next 10 years is ecosystem restoration from 2021 to 2030 by the United Nations, aiming to, of course, that the efforts that most of the countries are having in undertaking restoration programs. So in our platform as YoHo, we are part and parcel of environmental conservation programs, of which they are taken periodically. So, for example, for the contest that was taken was on the contest that was taken was on painting and photography, because that is one way of passing information from one group to another, one place to another, with regard to ecosystem restoration. So, because ecosystem restoration is both an art and a science. So, being an art, then we must use photography and painting. And as science, then experiments are being carried out, restoration programs are being carried out. And this one, all of them aims in reaching out in the main issue, which is ecosystem restoration. So, to add to the video that was projected some few minutes ago, we must be united for ecosystem restoration, because the launch of the UN Decade for Ecosystem Restoration has come at the right time, where human beings are self-centered, where we as human beings, we have an insatiable appetite to profit and service satisfaction. As a result of resource extraction, which has been accelerated over a long period of time. So I think, in a nutshell, because time is running, we as environmental sort of conservationists, we need to bring back, our forest. We need to restore grasslands and savannas. We need also to lock down the carbon in our peatlands, because peatlands are one of the ecosystems right now that are experiencing a high rate of degradation. And also, we must regreen our cities, for example. And also, we should restore our farmlands, because one of our speakers spoke about soils. And Dr. Usha Mina is an expert in that field. So we should also pack them, so that they can reach their side goal. So from you, we appreciate for the event, and we hope we'll continue giving support to the United Nations in ecosystem restoration. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Meshack. And now I request Swati to give vote of thanks and also mention the names of winners. Swati, please. Swati, unmute yourself. Unmute yourself, Swati.
So sound is less.
So she was unmute already. I think so you can make the slide motion so we will read out.
We are not able to.
See, I have to increase the sound of the instrument. On our laptop. Sound to be raised.
Sound बढ़ाओ अपना.
Yes.
Yes. So, out of these contests, we got more than 250 participation, and we divided into 4 groups. And result would be declared soon on the website also. So everybody can have a look. And coming back to today's webinar, we had more than 500 participations and registrations. So it was some we were able to join in this contest, and others were from in Facebook Live. Coming on to the formal vote of thank you to eminent speaker, Professor R.P. Singh sir, Professor T.K. Adhya sir, Dr. A.K. Malhotra sir, Dr. Khem Dahal sir, Mr. D.K. Bhutia sir, and last but not the least, my coordinator, Professor Kulshrestha sir, Usha, Mina, and our young friend, Ms. Sneha Aggarwal, and our YoHo lead, Mr. Meshack, Moranga. Thank you to all the participants and for sharing your views and in-depth knowledge on the subject has really helped the younger generation and especially the students to understand the subject better. Thank you to all the students from YoHo group and School of SCS. And with this, I would like to keep it short as we are running out of time. But thank you for joining us. Thank you.
Thanks to all. And if you have any query, please contact us. Do write feedback, everything, and the email is there. You please contact through that. Thank you. Thanks to all the speakers and students. Namaste.
Namaste. Dhanyavad.
Bye.
Thank you.